So everything is fucking amazing. Expensive gear, accessories, free drinks, more gear, free stuff, attention, girls, attention, accessories when you're not playing, accessories when you're playing, accessories just because you get accessories, and free drinks and expensive gear. Shout out to Visioneers. So everything is fucking amazing. Yet everyone is depressed. Of course, not everyone. I'm exaggerating as always. But let's talk about the downsides of being in a touring band.
Downsides of being a touring band.
Being a touring artist, being a touring... all the glamour that people think you have, all the glamour that people say they have. There's a lot to talk about, and I can't even cover it in one video. So while being in a touring band is amazing, you see all those places, especially when you're in Europe, being on tour for a week and being in 7 different countries, maybe 8 because you're passing through Czech Republic. I don't know. This is all amazing, and everyone is so blessed to see another country, even if it's just from the inside of a bus, to see the beauty of a country. For example, driving from Barcelona to Madrid. The landscape is just amazing, and every truck stop is almost exciting because the view is amazing, and it looks so much different from Central Europe. But all of this amazing stuff comes with a lot of depressing shit, and this happens if you're in a big bus or in a small bus, or whether you are an opener or you're a headliner, or you have technicians that are working for you, or you don't have technicians that are working for you, or you're tuning your guitar yourself, or you're not tuning your guitar yourself. And everyone handles it different. So at first there is the aspect of financials, which is not talked about a lot. You can make money if you're smart, if you don't spend a lot. But if you're all about the art, you are not spending a lot of money, hopefully. And when you're out, drinks are for free oftentimes. And when the fridge is empty, you have to pay at the bar, which is paying for 10 less drinks than you would pay if you would go out for yourself. For example, just the whole day of a touring day. Either you're waking up in your bunk when you're in a big bus, then you got 2 to 3 hours of driving. If you're lucky, you're waking up late and there are people you can talk to. Or if there is no one awake, you can talk to the bus driver. Or if you are on a van, you wake up in a hotel pretty early, you have to go on the road pretty early, and it's just a mush of time that you somehow have to kill. While it's fun for some, for me it became absolute little bit like hell because you are spending so much time with yourself and you're bored so many times, and Instagram and Facebook, there's only so much stuff you can see or you can read. If the weather is shitty, you don't really want to go out. If your sound check is at a fucked up time like 4:30, you may have the luck to go out for an hour, and you better be fast, because if you're in a big city, you have to be back pretty fast. So if you're in the outskirts of Madrid, you have to take the subway, and then you're in a foreign country, you don't know how the subway works, blah, blah. There's so much stuff just about the day. So, and then you have this hour on stage. And this is where this 1 hour makes up for the other 23 hours of the day. I'm not one of them. I do really care about those other 23 hours, and it makes me go fucking insane to do 23 hours of nothing to make this 1 hour justify those 23 hours. It's not in my DNA. I did it for 6 years. I'm very happy to have met all of those amazing people who are, when they are playing in Cologne, I can meet people from all over the world, which is amazing. Or when they're playing in the Netherlands, I can go there and just hang out with people from Australia or America or Sweden or Italy or Spain. It's mind-blowing, and I'm very thankful for having done that. But I just burned out, and there are a lot of people actually burning out, and it's not fun. And then you have to and you think yeah, you feel like shit, and then you're like, man, I'm just playing guitar. But you're it's not a real job, but many people don't dare to call it a real job. Like these are the same problems that someone in a grocery store has, or that some guy in a corporate office has. It's like it's a job, and even if you don't get paid a full-time salary out of it, you should still treat it as a job. And even if you're not touring, like in a full touring setup, and you have a job and you are creating all this music at home, or you are managing a band, or you whatever you're doing, it is passion, of course. I agree with that, and that's why I'm sitting here talking to you, because it's passion. But there's only so many hours in the day, and you have to take care of yourself. And in a touring situation, there's only so much you can do. Of course, you can go for a run if you're very disciplined, if you're not hungover from the day before, if you wake up early, if you use the time. So you wake up, walk around a little, go for a 1 hour workout, and then you still have 22 hours of the day, which you sleep 6 to 8 hours, and then play for an hour, and then pack down everything. So the workload is not so much, and the pay is so little. So no one would call it burnout themselves really. But another downside is all the free stuff and all the attention. And it's I have seen artists getting really crazy about when they get rejected by a fangirl, which is very scary. And I'm so thankful that I have been with my fiance for the bigger chunk of my touring life, because I didn't have to care about all this. I wouldn't talk about particular people or call names, because that's fucking unfair. But I have seen fucked up people and who have been at the beginning of their career, and it's like you're starting something and you get addicted to something pretty early, and then you see the versions of those people 10 years later, and they're still the same. Some people can handle with that. Some people don't have a problem drinking for 3 weeks. It's okay. And I know funny people that drink every day, and it's fun, because as soon as they go home, they are out of the touring mindset and they're at home. They have a job. They have some part-time arrangement with an awesome employer, which leads me into the next part, the whole financial situation, in which you have to keep your schedule clear for tours or for gigs, or maybe sometimes stuff happens. You get an email from your booking agency or from the promoter, hey, can you fly to Hungary next week? Are you free? We will pay. And it's like, yes, of course, because either you don't have a part-time job, or you have an arrangement with a boss where your schedule is okay. So I had something like this, but I didn't get paid properly. So that was a big fuck up. And it's pretty hard to find something that works with your band schedule, because if you're honest in your job, you're always going to tell them that your band is more important than this job, because there's more important stuff than being an employee, to be honest. And even though playing music and being on tour and sitting in the van and playing a Friday and a Saturday and being fucked up on the Sunday, okay, it's all fun, it's all passion, but it adds to your weekly hours of work. Even if it's a passion, even if you relieve, it's like you're still on someone else's schedule. So what I want to say is there are a lot of downsides to all of this musician, touring, artist stuff. You are basically in battle mode with your own brain for sometimes a couple of days in a row. Like you're fucked up for no reason. You miss your wife, you miss your family, you miss your bathroom, you miss your desk. You miss your bed, you miss even though you're hopefully on tour with very good friends, you miss like having time alone over the span of a month. And the only thing you can do is either wait for the 3 hours in the sleeping place that you're sleeping in that night, or you have your curtain in your bunk bed that you can close. And it's, some people can deal with it better than others, and alcohol really helps. And I don't know how this business would work without alcohol. I don't drink at all. I stopped last year, but I think, the drinking is a lot of bonding as well. Musicians are born awkward oftentimes, so it helps to connect. A lot of the friends I have, I found over through being drunk, honestly, which is, I would never want to erase all drunk memories I have, never. But it definitely helps bonding, and there's a lot of business deals, or like, not, hey, let's make money together. It's like passive. There's a lot of relationship building happening when people drink on events and coming out to concerts of each other. It's so, yeah, that's a couple of points about the downsides of being a touring artist. I haven't written down anything before filming this, and I could go on about this stuff for a very long time. And I hope this was somehow interesting to you or helpful, maybe. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much. See you in the next one.